I should have known. I thought, what a perfect theme for my second story, which is kind of a part two to my first story, which I told back in October for the Scared Stiff theme, which plug for the YouTube channel. You can go watch the videos. But for all of you that weren't there, or just don't know the story, I'll give you in like 30 seconds a rundown of what you need to know from the first story, and that is 2008. I met a guy on MySpace. And we hung out for 2 nights, and on that second night, he ends up driving my car with me in it to a public pool where we stop, and it's after hours, and we go skinny dipping, his suggestion. And then we get caught by the owners, and he tries to make a getaway in my car and leaves me in the pool naked and held at gunpoint by the owners. And then is driving up and down the road, is screaming at me to get in the car, and then wrecks my car in the creek. And we both go to the cops show up, we both go to jail, and I get out the next morning. So that's basically like the gist of my first story, but you should watch the video. So I got out, but I came to find out later that Homeboy, as I like to call him, Homeboy had a past. He was basically like a magnet for trouble, and he had multiple warrants out for his arrest, and was wanted in multiple counties, so he stayed in there for a while, like a long time. And I know that because first of all, he memorized my address, which is weird because he did come over to my house the first night we hung out, but it was night, and I lived on a dirt road in the middle of the country in Warren Springs. We didn't have a house number posted. You couldn't see it from the road anyway. Like, we didn't have a mailbox. We don't get mail at the house. So somehow he must have seen like mail in the house or something and memorized my address because he wrote me letters. Yes, long, elaborate, illustrated even, love letters, delusional love letters. And they were half like apologetic, which made sense for like everything that, he wrecked my car. But then also half resentful because I was out and he was still in there and I hadn't come to like visit him or make plans for the future. And I think I did feel bad initially at first. I think I wrote it back in the very beginning because like I did feel a little bit bad. He was hot. But he was trash, but he was hot trash. We've all been there. We've all made that mistake. So I wrote it back like once. That was enough to like fan the flame for months. I mean, he wrote me back for a long time. I had started seeing someone else, and he's still writing me back. And then he calls me once he gets out of jail, and I nearly broke my phone, like, and awkwardly hanging up, like, when I figured out who was on the other end. So that was that. I had started seeing someone else, and we dated for 3 years. And then when we broke up, I sensed or started noticing a little romance or some flirtation at least happening between the two of them, like my ex and Homeboy. And I said, that was my hot trash mistake, okay? Like, I pissed all over that territory, and I could have that back if I wanted to. I could have him back if I wanted to. Like, I was getting territorial and like possessive, like jealous over this fool. But there I was, like I swooped in like a not yet bald eagle and like snatched. I mean, like, seriously, it was like, hey, remember me from that time we got arrested that night? How crazy! He was like, oh my God, I remember. And it was over. Like I did. I snatched it back. So I won. Ooh, I was winning. Winning the breakup was very important to me back then. Of course, I'm more mature now. You can ask my ex-husband. But I was winning the breakup, and that meant that kind of like coupling up first in my mind, right? But like winning the breakup or like proving a point, like he likes me more. Those are not good reasons to like enter into something that is objectively insane. Like. Honestly, and like definitely not good enough reasons to go back to that, but like I didn't know yet. I should have known. The whole thing, okay, right? But there I was. I mean, we were fast boyfriends because that was me winning. So he's making the rounds, meeting my friends, and several friends were like, "Are we sure? Are you sure that like this is the move that we're making?" Oh, okay, let me support you. One friend, I almost lost one good friend, and thankfully we're fine now. But like I was being stubborn. He was my boyfriend, so my friends had to like him, right? So he was not shifty. He was not bad news. He was sweet, and they just didn't know it like I did. I could change it, right? I could change it. No, but I should have listened. Like, obviously, I should have listened to it, right? And I should have known. It's the theme of the night. I should have known. Case in point, a couple of weeks after we started seeing each other again, second time, we're riding down the road in my car, which actually, it was a hand-me-down car from my stepfather, because homeboy had wrecked my car, remember? I still drove that for a while, but then got my stepfather's hand-me-down cars a couple along the way. This was the 92 Thunderbird that I called Beast. You could hear it coming a mile away, so it's not like a great car, but we're in the car together in Thomaston, late at night in the hood, up to no good, as usual. Just creeping down the road, and thank God we weren't going fast, because all of a sudden, literally out of nowhere, the right front tire just popped, the whole wheel, hubcap, the lug nuts, the tire, everything just flies off the car, down the road. I mean, obviously the car, it was down, but you could see the tire bouncing down the road. I've never seen anything like it. Anyways, so he was with me when that happens. Disaster magnet, right? And I still didn't see it, but the ultimate, the person that got the worst consequences, I think, in this round number 2 with homeboy was actually my sister. And that's the saddest part, because she didn't deserve that. But my sister, who's here tonight, is my ride or die, best friend. We're basically twins, just go with it. And so it was this was summer of 2011. She was about to start back at UGA, her senior year, and my senior year was also about to begin at Columbus State. Twins. So she was visiting one last time, and this was, the chance. She had not hung out with homeboy yet, and so he'd been making the rounds, and she had to vet him and approve, obviously. So I was determined to make that happen. So we go in my car, which I had just, gotten as a pre-graduation gift from my mom, because I rode the wheels off of poor Richards. We were going in my car, and we got to Thomaston, we scooped up homeboy, but Lorianne and I were out of the house, and we were in college, so we wanted to be stoned. And just the honest truth. And then so we went to the hood, because we had to get it, none of us had. So we went to the hood again. Lorianne had $20, and she got 4 tiny, we don't mean the doo-dooest, brownest, don't do drugs, kids, but if you do, don't do these. These were horrible. Not worth it. But anyway, so we got back in my car, and we go to go back to the house to chill, and I swear, turned out of the neighborhood. I hadn't had time to do anything. I just turned, and blue lights, immediately behind me. And so obviously there's a circus happening in the car. I'm freaking out because I don't know where to pull over, and where even my license or the registration, none of that stuff. What do I do? I just got the car. Thankfully we haven't spoken anything, so the car wasn't reeking but it was a circus, because bags were flying, things were getting squirreled away, trying to be tucked and hidden, and I finally pulled over, and the cop is on the way out of his car, on the way to my car, flashlight shining into my car, and poor Lorianne is stuck with one tiny bag, one that just didn't get squirreled away. And so then the cop is at her window, and I won't reenact the whole scenario for you, but the jig was up. He knew what was happening, and he found that one. That was all he found, was that one bag. And Lorianne, right or not, she owned up to it. I would just, but anyways, and I'm telling her, I'll get you out. And she's just don't call mom, which was ridiculous, because mom's debit card was literally in my pocket and the only currency that I have, period. So of course I called mom, and she was you've got my card, get her. She was tired, poor mom. So I spun her out. We were already late and in trouble at that point, so we got really stoned, obviously. And then, went back home. Moral of the story is, I should have known better. She got probation, she got fined, she got community service, during her senior year of school, all because she had to hang out with my stupid loser boyfriend. So, kids, take that as a lesson. Anyways, we did.